This is a message from your guides reading for Human Angel. Okay, so I have 4 crystals here, and I have still these same 2 that I keep using again and again, which is my zoisite and my sodalite. So throat chakra, a little bit of third eye going on, allowing communication and setting boundaries, being your authentic self, being in your power, and then with the zoisite, kind of releasing expectations, allowing, trusting. So kind of allowing the universe to unfold and letting things go, letting things kind of be as they are and also be as they're going to be. Okay, and then I have my lapis lazuli and my shadakite here. Okay, so I'm going to use the shadakite to surround us in some protective space. Whoa, I don't know why I'm feeling this almost like a rolling, almost dizzying kind of weird feeling. And I've got a couple of your guides coming up here. I don't know that I've felt one of these guides before. Your guides don't always come up in like a, I don't know, like a really revealing who I am kind of way. They don't always do that. Actually, they don't tend to do that. I don't think I've ever had one of them really talk very much about, like, give a name or talk that much about themselves or anything, other than just kind of general, like, angel or something like that. Okay, this, whatever, I don't know, sometimes I know you have kind of weird energy kind of feelings come up. Okay, sometimes I feel like this can be thought forms releasing, different things like that. So it's not always like you're feeling a guide or something like that. But still, I feel like generally, typically, it's your guides doing something. Sometimes there can be times when it can be a thought form doing something or you tap into something. And that's going to feel a little bit more negative though. That feels like it would be a little bit more obvious, like you would feel some kind of negative side effect or something. But this almost just feels like um, the way their energy is and almost starting to tap into their energy more, especially if they're working on you in a kind of apparent or intense way, and they're letting you know that they're there. And I feel like they have other ways of communicating and letting you know that they're there, other than just, you know, saying in a reading, hi, my name is. They're there around you, and they're there doing things around you, and you can feel them and communicate with them. And plus, you go out in the astral really often and you talk to them a lot. You're talking to them all the time anyway. So I feel like the communication is a little bit different. And it just doesn't feel like they necessarily need to come in that way or that they choose to for whatever reason. but it also just doesn't really feel like it's needed or necessary just because of the way that they're already communicating with you. This, I don't know exactly how to describe this energy. It feels like this guide almost feels like a kind of healer type of guide, or at least that's something that she does. That might not be the only thing that she does. Maybe I can't really classify her that way, actually. But that's definitely something that she does do. Okay, so still, this is feeling angelic, but it's like at first I'm more almost feeling her job a little bit. Okay, I've felt this guide before. This isn't a different guide. She's just, um, sometimes your guides, their energy almost comes in a little bit differently depending on whatever it is that they are doing. Okay, so that's why I can't classify her as like a healer guide specifically. It's like she can, adjust her energy, or send out her energy, based off whatever is needed. So I have felt this guide before. I do feel a female angel with you a lot, with your with a lot of the readings. There's another guide here as well, though. I'm not sure who that is. I know I felt this guide before as well. So this energy is kind of intense. I feel like you have a lot of female energies working with you, especially currently. And the more that you are releasing, um, and kind of valuing that feminine energy of going within and looking at things, looking at yourself, assessing what you can release, what you can keep with you. And as you're working at that and working on that process, it feels like a lot of the energies kind of attracted to you are more feminine, even if so there are a lot of females around you, but I am feeling a few males as well. But even in that case, some of them feel um, like they have a kind of dominant feminine energy, or again, like that's more what they're currently emitting for whatever they're helping you with. This is um, this is a pretty intense energy, but it feels like you need really intense energies, not only for what you are clearing and what you are removing, but even kind of what you dwell upon, what you put your intent towards. And they're saying that that's not all thought forms, that's also you allowing it. Because even if something is a thought form, if you know it's a thought form, then you have to catch it all the time. And you almost have to be willing to almost, I don't know, almost be annoying in a sense, have that kind of nagging voice there. Okay, this is a thought form. This, they're saying annoying because it almost might feel that way, as in like it might feel really perpetual. If you have something that's constantly nagging at you again and again and again, then if you're saying that's a thought form, that's a thought form, that's a thought form, at first it might seem like you're almost nagging back. You're this responding, nagging voice in a sense. Um, So it might almost be kind of annoying at first to have to constantly say this, but it is a matter of catching things and getting in a habit of having a different kind of thought and outlook. For instance, the worry, even this thing that you're mentioning in the email. Well, my first feeling when I read that, it really felt like things were going to be fine, like things were going to end up working out. But it feels like sometimes your worry causes the opposite. So somehow you have to get in a peaceful mood and detach from the thought form that sends that to you, and you have to kind of work out ways that are best for you to be able to do that. What are the best tools for you to put yourself in a different state? Even if it's meditating and just trying to feel your energy. What does your reality feel like based off whatever it is feeling, not with any kind of expectations or anything external, just internally, what is it feeling for no reason at all? If nothing were happening on the outside, that's how unaffected your reality is. It's as if none of this external stuff is happening at all. Your reality is just at peace. Your reality is who it is. Your reality knows who it is, no matter what is happening around it. So what's the best way for you to get into that state? Okay, so I know obviously there's more that can be said about this, but that is all that they have to say for this reading. So thank you very much for another one, and I will see you soon. Namaste.